Welcome everybody to yet another Polygon review interview. This time I, Sebastian Sjöberg, have the great pleasure to talk with none other than Brent, aka PsyonicReaver. You will probably know him from his casts with fellow caster Kenny over at the Justin TV/IC Cup. Hello Brent, how are we doing today?
I am doing wonderful, Sebastian. Thank you so much for inviting me on your show.
My pleasure.
It was fun watching, Diggity and everybody else. And I actually never thought that I'd be worthy of attention to be invited on in an interview type thing like this. So I'm really honored.
Brent, I'm very happy to be interviewing you, and to be perfectly fair, yeah, you have yourself forged that fame. I am now checking here. Yes, your latest stream over on IC Cup has been watched 172,000 times, so that's sort of reason enough, I say. But indeed, the pleasure is mine. At the time of this recording, it's less than 2 days until your next episode, which is the round of 4, I believe. What can you tell us about the next stage in the tournament?
Well, the semifinals is a best of 5, with the starting map being Neo Medusa, and of course the map pool is Destination Heartbreak, Coliseum, Neo Medusa, and Outsiders. So people can replay Medusa if they want to, but it's against Mana, who's just been tearing through his group. A lot of people didn't think he'd get past Horror, and he 2-0'd him and had a close series with Infernal, and then a lot of people thought he wouldn't advance out of the third round against Louder, but 2-0'd Louder, and he's just been really tearing it up here in the JSI. He's been doing very well. Now his next opponent is Brat OK, who really Brat hasn't had that easy of a bracket either. He had to go up against Straylock, which was a close match. He went up against Rhett, once again, close matches. And a lot of people thought Inca would do a little bit better than what he did, because he played so well against Advocate, but Brad OK managed to overcome Inca, beat Inca really good. So Inca did play well in game 1. Just game 2 he faltered though. But anyways, but Mana and Brad OK, those are going to prove to be some really good games. Brad OK is known for his excellent TVP. And I mean, we saw him in the TSL, which was a couple years ago, I know, but that was like, I mean, everybody has to refer to the TSL because that was the first big foreigner tournament outside of WCG in the community that really drew a lot of hype. So, I mean, big credit to the TeamLiquid.net guys for doing that and really bringing a lot of attention to Starcraft foreign scene.
Indeed.
To get that tournament. Because they had Razer sponsoring them as well. I mean, that just drew a huge attention. Anyways, he just dominated Protoss's left, right, and center, Noonie, and he actually ended up getting 3rd place in the TSL. I mean, his TVP is excellent, and he's going up against Mana. So, I mean, great matches are going to be happening there. Next, we have Hey Pro, who really went through a tough bracket himself. I mean, he had to play Machine. That was a close series, 2-1 there. Dynot, who is not an easy Zerg to get past at all because of his aggressive style. That was a 2-1 series. And then he had to go up against Zalzi, who previously beat Idra and Artosis, 2 really tough Terrans. And he 2-0'd Zalzi, which was amazing. Everybody was just like, whoa, Hey Pro's on fire.
Yeah, I didn't expect that at all, I must admit.
I wasn't expecting him to get past Zalzi. In my personal opinion, I was actually predicted in the last Brent Kenny show that Zalzi was going to be in the finals, but he got knocked out before the semis. So that just totally screwed up my predictions and makes me look like a retard. But anyways, that's what predictions are. You can never tell. Upsets can happen. And he's going up against White Raw, and nobody thought White Raw would beat Mondragon. Because Mondragon is, I mean, he's been around a long time. He knows the ropes, and he's played White Raw a ton of games. And they always go back and forth, White Raw and Mondragon in tournaments. White Raw will win one, the Mondragon will win one. And it goes back and forth, back and forth. And they always have such close games. And so White Raw actually first played Draco, then played Cole. I mean, those aren't 2 chump players to go up against. And now he's up against Hey Pro. And I'm really excited to see those matches because I've actually learned when I play on IC Cup, I took a lot of my PvZ originally from White Raw when I started learning Protoss myself. So he's my big PvZ idol. So I'm really excited to see how well he does against Hey Pro.
I think he will be doing quite well, but as you say, the JSI is where upsets happen, and that is really cool to watch. I am cheering a bit for my countryman Hey Pro, I must admit, but it will be a good and, well, unpredictable game, regardless. So, at what time exactly does it all go down on Wednesday?
Wednesdays when we do the live cast, that's at 7 o'clock Pacific Daylight Time, or because we in America we have to fall back and jump ahead because of the time zone differences. Some people don't quite understand that, but it's going to be 7 p.m. Pacific Daylight. And the reason why we do it that late is because Kenny has work, and up until recently I had work as well, and we had to work, until like 5, 6 o'clock our time, and we didn't get home, and we're not ready to go until 7. So that's why it's so late, which is 4 o'clock Central European time, or so that's why it's so early for the live cast. The games have already been played, though. It's not like we're forcing the players in Europe to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, like slave drivers, like, wake up and play your games because we want you to be tired. No, we have the games played. They have a whole week beforehand between each cast to play their games. So we're very lenient on times. I do my best. I contact the players every single day. I'm like, hey, have you guys gotten your games done? When are you guys playing? And, I mean, you could go and talk to the players. I think I've been a very generous admin. There is one case between Phoenix and Yeba. That's who it was. Phoenix and Yeba had some lag issues, and I had to give Yeba the walkover over Phoenix because of the lag on his end. And he's going to say it's not him, and that's a whole big argument. But other than that one case, I've tried the best I can to make sure that this tournament is run fairly for everybody.
Okay, well, you seem to be doing a very good job from a viewer's perspective, so kudos to you for doing all that, and also, on behalf of the community, thank you for upgrading your system. I'm sure that was a bit of a stretch in many ways, but it made wonders to improve the stream. Listeners who have been watching the JSI since its inception will have noticed that from the last episode, the quality was very much improved, and there was very little lag, unlike some previous episodes, and that's very much due to you, Brent, having upgraded your computer, isn't it?
The first time we did the cast, everything was okay. It was kind of stuttery a little bit, but then the second week, oh man, I was in the middle of a rainstorm, and my computer was just having graphics issues because we were trying to use a different streaming program, which is amazing. We're using the Himalaya Labs multicam type thing, and that's how we can like fade in and out between the images and the stream and stuff like that really smoothly. But my computer just wasn't handling that well. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and throw in the cash, my own cash. Justin TV like promotes us and stuff like that, but we're in no way. And they're sponsoring this tournament, but Kenny and I are not being paid for this tournament. We're doing it out of our own free will to try to, promote Starcraft and make the community stronger and bring in, fresh blood for fresh viewers to be interested in this in preparation for Starcraft 2.
So
I went ahead. Huh?
Love for the game.
Love for the game. And so I just went ahead and just threw in the money to upgrade everything and upgrade my internet so no more lag issues and I can stream in high definition.
Thankfully you can, and that's a great watch, I must say. Well, I'm very much looking forward to the next episode, Go Hey Pro, and that will be a great showdown. How much is the prize pool now? When I interviewed Kenny last, he said that it might rise even further.
Right now, it's at the prize pool is $12.50, and we were trying to talk to several different sponsors. I don't want to name names and trying to make anybody look bad, but we tried to get several sponsors, but they're kind of just hanging back at the moment. I think what they want to see is at the end, after JSI 1 is over, and see the total amount of viewerships and participation, things like that. And we're pushing towards for a bigger JSI 2, which is definitely we're already planning JSI 2. It's definitely in the works. And we're going to be, hopefully with the huge results. I mean, we've been getting great results out of the JSI 1 here from not only from the StarCraft community, but from people who are on Justin TV Gaming, the new gaming site, just coming into our show at random just to start watching. So we've been getting great feedback, and we hope for the next JSI we will get more sponsorships. But for this one, it's looking to be $12.50 for right now.
Oh well, that is not bad at all for a foreign StarCraft tournament, and congrats to you and Kenny for putting that all together. Can't wait for season 2, or indeed next Wednesday. However, moving away from that a bit, you used to be a YouTube commentator, as many other colleagues of yours, so to speak,